Is in the clouds though. Know the teacher's mad cause my music beating loud, ho. Tell me keep it down, say I kill it on the down low. And if I turn it up, then I'm bound to attract the crowd. So no wonder me and Tim be out of state, doing things you can't imagine. Chris Angel on the mic, give me a beat, I'll show you magic. We born in different planes, but we all so far from.
This will be with Naruto was for Uzamaki. And so this is going to be remastered. Last time it was garbage, trash. I mean, it was so bad it made me bleh. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'll be doing a different way. This style and different tones and voices and a better experience for people who are watching. And I do not feel like editing my vids with clips and stuff, so I'll be doing this instead. So wow. You know what I'm saying? And so, let's get into it. So, this will be the tale of Naruto, Uzumaki, and Mai Senju. And so, first we will talk about Mai's upbringing. She is the daughter of Tsunade and Jiraiya. Her chakra levels are too much, basically. It's two Sanins combined in a child, and so her chakra levels are a lot. Her chakra control is near perfect, and so she lives with Jiraiya and Tsunade till the age of 8, and then she goes to the Hidden Leaf. And so she has blonde hair, more on the white side for the blondes. Her chakra natures are earth, fire, water, and wind. So now she trains at the age of 4, being very proficient in a lot of things. And when Tsunade always trained her with medical ninjutsu, she always had like a affinity for it. People think. Well, Shizune thinks. And she has lots of varieties of jutsu. And also has a toad and slug summoning, and she also is getting the Byakugo seal. It's like half of it. She's trying to complete it, but she's pouring more chakra into it because Jiraiya has tons of chakra. I don't think you guys understand. Jiraiya summoned Gambabunta while depleted from drugs from Tsunade. That's amazing. He probably had chakra levels on par with Minato, if not already passing him. And so now they say bye, Mai, we'll keep in touch. And she smiles and she goes to the Hidden Leaf. She gets placed in an apartment next to Naruto Uzumaki. He is a full Uzumaki with bright red hair, and he obviously is a Jinchuriki. And so since he obviously does look like the Jinchuriki, Lord Third has Anbu watching him at all times, and he trains with Kakashi, my guy Kurenai. And so he learns chakra chains at the age of 4 when protecting Hinata. And he's getting more proficient in it, and he learned of B rank genjutsu, and at the age of 7 he is pronounced clan head because he uses chakra chains in a fight with Sasuke, and it shows that he's very proficient with this KK Genkai of him. And so they pronounce him Naruto Uzumaki, clan head. And so he is in a lot of, you could say, affairs with people. And he is wearing like that same thing in the picture, but his hair is like Minato's. And he doesn't have his headband yet, of course. And he's very body built from training with my guy. Of course he will be. And so now Naruto is wearing weights tons of weights, like Rock Lee kind of stuff, because they train him. And since Jiraiya is more associated with the leaf because of Mai, he already told the third Hokage that the Akatsuki will be attacking. Um, he's 8 right now, and so in 4 years plus 3 in 7 years, and so Lord Third thinks and says, we have to get this kid really strong and still have him have a childhood. And so he just trains hard. And so then when Mai went to her apartment, Naruto saw her. And they both blushed at the same time. And then Naruto says, my name is Naruto Uzamaki, and Mai said at the same time with him. And she thinks, he looks awesome. And he looks strong too. And so that same day, they announced her clan head, because this one, she has the Mokuton KK Genkai from the Senju clan. And so people see both of them as clan heads at the same age, and they think if they date, the Uzumaki clan and Senju clan will be restored and will be the strongest village in the world, with the 2 former strongest clans in the world. And so people try to hook them up, you could say. And it's kind of working. Naruto likes her more and she likes him more. And so one day Naruto says, can I show you around the village? And she accepts. And so Naruto blushes and said, let's go in 2 hours. And so she leaves and he leaves. And so Naruto's walking and he still gets glares, looks, hate. People think that he is the Demon Fox because he has red hair. People think he is. And so she asks, why do people hate you, Naruto? And Naruto says, at the end of this, I'll tell you. And she says, okay. And she's not like Sakura, but she's a little shy. But she's short-tempered, like Tsunade short-tempered. And she is a little bit like Jiraiya's personality. And so, let's get into the story. And so, they go around the village, Naruto showing her multiple shops. And they go get some ramen, which is her favorite. And then at dinner, because they were walking since breakfast. And so then they go get some ramen for dinner. And she loves ramen. She says, thank you for taking me and thank you for buying everything. And Naruto says, no problem at all. I have no problem with that. And she says, well, you didn't answer my question. Why do people hate you, Naruto? And then he says, this is going to be a long story. So let's go to they go to the Hokage mountain. And then he says, well, about 8 years ago, because they're 8 years old right now, about 8 years ago, the Demon Fox had attacked the leaf, as you may know, if you didn't. And she says, yeah, of course I do. And then Naruto says, well, my mother and father, Minato and Kushina, because he does know them in this one, he knows them because he read it in a scroll. And so now he says, so basically, no, so basically, they died fighting for me. And they sealed the nine tails inside of me. And he said, and when in my childhood, people think because I have red hair, I'm the demon fox, which actually is just my genes. And he says, and they assaulted me, hurt me, tried to kill me through shuriken. And then he lifted up his back. There's tons of scars, cuts, even burns. And she cries on Naruto's shoulder. She says, how did you go through something so bad? I'm so sorry. Naruto just looks at her and smiles. No problem. I have no problem at all. Because at the end of the day, I found people that love me. I found people that care about me. And so at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine. And she smiles at Naruto, hugging him tightly. And so now it's time for farther into the academy. So she enters in the academy the next day, and she saw Naruto sitting alone because Choji and them don't really associate with Naruto because Naruto trains more, and so you know. And so she goes to sit by Naruto, and he says, why are you sitting by me? Don't you want to make friends? I'm not much of a person, you could say. I got trained since at the age of 4. And she says, oh, that's very sad. So you never had a childhood either? And he nods at her. And then she sheds a tear. And Naruto says, don't cry. Don't cry. It's fine. Because I can, I have you now. And he says, well, do you want to be my first friend? And she nods, saying yes. Yes, hugs him. And then Naruto says, thank you very much. And she says, no, thank you. I got to meet one of the best people I ever met in my life. And so she just says, thank you for asking me to go walk in the village. And not just, no problem. And so now they are in the academy, and she is a prodigy. She is with Naruto in a lot of things. So, like, when Naruto and her spar, when she uses Mokuton to do, like, wood-style tree-binding jutsu, Naruto says chakra chains, raging chakra attacks, and it's cutting the wood in half, and it keeps on swinging, and it's going out his hands, and so he's just swinging it. And so he wins most of them, but she wins a lot too. Right now it's 20-15, and Naruto and her got really close. And so when Naruto reached at the age of 10, Lord Third gave him the special scroll Minato and Kushina did. So when Minato and Kushina know about like the Nine Tails extracted, and if he gets out and like kills them, they put all their chakra for that day, basically all of it, into this scroll, and it makes their body come back to the living for a whole day, and he can only do this at the age of 10, and he has to pull in half of his chakra to make their bodies come back, because it's kind of like a resurrection for a day, and it's very hard to do, and you have to be a full Uzumaki to even be able to get close to that. You have to have tons of chakra reserves to be able to do that certain thing. And so he does that. And so now him and they are walking with me to Kushina, but they're in the Namikaze house, and they spend their whole birthday. They got him a cake. Kakashi, Hiruzen, Ambu are there. That the Ambu that Minato was with, and the Uchiha clan didn't get massacred yet, so Mikoto's there, and so they're just saying hi to Minato, Kushina, and even Jiraiya is there, seeing his old student when he heard about it, and so then Naruto has fun learning more about his heritage, and then Kushina and Minato tell him this. At the Uzumaki clan compound here in the village, there is something outside of our lawn, and you need you need to wipe your blood on the thing to get in, and then outside the lawn there is a stepping stone, and when you step on it, you have to spit into this basic jar or cup, and then it pours down into a thing, registering if it's Uzumaki blood, and then it pulls you down in this tunnel, which has tons of Uzumaki scrolls, all of them. It has hidden Uzumaki stuff that nobody knows of, and it is S rank, and not even the Hokage knows this. And they said don't tell anybody, but somebody close to you. And he says only Senjus or Uzumakis can go here, because my master Mito, Kushina said, and Hashirama learned lots of ceilings, and in this one there's ceiling masters in the world. Jiraiya is a level 30 ceiling master, but Hashirama and Mito were max level. Like there's level 50 masters, which is the highest. They know gravity seals. They know tons of stuff. And so Naruto nods to them, and so then they disappear, and Kushina telling Naruto to eat right. And then she looks at Naruto's one friend, and she says, treat Naruto right, please, and be careful with Naruto, and watch him, please. And she nods, and Mia looks to Naruto with a smile on her face and says, let's go. And Naruto says, actually, I want to live at the Uzumaki compound. Want to live with me? And she says, are you sure? Is there enough room? And Naruto says, I'm sure there's enough rooms. And also, they have seals that make the house tidy. They have ceiling scrolls, and there is this thing, if you're a Jinchuriki, you can have the fox summoning, and Kushina had it, and when and she had summoned foxes that make the house tidy, and food preserves there and it doesn't die out or get old or anything. And also, that day, Hiruzen also gave Naruto, Minato, and Kushina's riches. And it's tons of riches. And so, Naruto and Mia go. And so when they walk in, it looks like a house from the outside, but it's big on the inside. They see just foxes roaming around and just cleaning everything. And they say, "You must be Senju Miya and Naruto Uzumaki, the son of Minato and Kushina." And they nod. And so then they lead them to the kitchen. And it's dinner time right now. And Mia says, "Do you want me to make some ramen?" And Naruto says, "You know how to make ramen?" And she says, "Not really, but this will be my first time trying. I think I can." And Naruto says, "Okay." And so Naruto watching, and Naruto thinks, "I might love her." And so now it's a start of a new beginning. And so Naruto is she gets done, she hands Naruto a bowl, and she made 10 bowls, so 5 of them get each. And so then she and him are eating. And Naruto says, "How was your day?" Even though we sit by each other the whole day. And she says, "Oh, it was good. It was good, Naruto." And Naruto had more faith in this one and more confidence, and not a dumb Naruto like original. And he says, "Do you want to date me, Mia? We've been talking for years, and I've grown to love you, and I just want to spend my life with you, marry you. And it's not because you're a Senju or anything. I just want to spend time with you every single day of my life." And she looks at Naruto and smiles and says, "Yes, Naruto, I love you too. Ever since I saw you, I've always liked you. I was just scared that you were going to reject me, Naruto. But it looks like you've liked me too." And so, now it's a start of a new beginning. So, now they spend the academy a lot. And soon people here. And Sasuke and this one is a tricky case. Sasuke hates Naruto being happy. He hates it. He says, "How come that dope can be happy?" But he also hates Mia because she's a stupid Senju. So he just doesn't care because she's a Senju. And you already know Senjus and Uchihas don't go well together. And so her and Naruto's relationship are healthy. And they love each other. And so now it's in teams. And so Lord Third is thinking right now, what should he do? And he knows that Naruto is a good sensor because he's an Uzamaki, and he's very good at sensing chakra levels and chakra, like high chakra levels. And so he thinks, should I have Naruto, Mia, and Sasuke Uchiha? But he thinks, or will it be bad since the Uchihas and Senjus don't go really well together? And so he's thinking. And so then he says, or should I have it be Naruto Uzumaki, Mia Senju, and Hinata Hyuga? She has the eyes of the group, and Naruto has the skills and attacks, and he can also sense people and know which direction they're in. But he thinks, or should I have Uchiha Sasuke? He's thinking, what should he do? And then he mixes up an idea. Sasuke Uchiha, Mia Senju, and Naruto Uzumaki, and the team leader will be Tsunade Senju. And you're like, what? And Kakashi will co-captain the team. And he thinks this is perfect. Tsunade could teach her more. Kakashi could teach Naruto. No, not Naruto. Could teach Sasuke about his Sharingan, and Tsunade could also teach Naruto more about Uzumaki seals, since she is Uzumaki, but she's not as proficient in seals. But she is a level 40, which is pretty good for a person her age. And so, well, she's old, but you know. But anyways, he calls in Tsunade and asks her, and she says, okay, wanting to see her daughter, and she already knows about Naruto from letters and stuff. And she thinks, I'm going to see this little brat to know if I approve of him for my little Mia. And so she sees Naruto, and she thinks he's a keeper. And she thinks it's like my grandma and my grandfather. And so she just likes this relationship. And she thinks, how cute of this. And then she sees their team, and Lord Third, like when they go, Iruka says, and plus Naruto passes, and I'm gonna go over Mizuki. So when Mizuki tries, Naruto and Mia intercept, and Mia says, wood style, wood cage. And then she makes a door, and Naruto goes in, and is just beating Mizuki, and he can't attack back because she makes Mizuki's chakra deplete, and Naruto's not. She can do that because she's very proficient with it, and so he's just getting drained, and Naruto's just plummeting him with attacks, and he is the same speed as Lee, and he also has the third gate, and he can also use his chakra chains as a defense if he wanted to. He can make chakra chains rise up from the ground in like a fashion, and then when people try to attack him at full speed, the chains just go to them, and he makes the chains so that if anybody's attacking him, he can just have the chains just attack them and defend Naruto. It's basically the ultimate defense, and the guy thinks he's really strong because of his KK Genkai also. And so in this one, Sasuke already has his Sharingan, and with Mia with Mokuton, Naruto with chakra chains, and Sasuke with his Sharingan. They're the ultimate team. And so now they get placed on the teams, and Iruka says teams will be Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, and Mia Senju. and they're like, what? And they say that's the strongest people. That's the top three strongest people in the whole classroom. That team will be rivaled. And Lord Third says their team leader will be Tsunade Senju and Kakashi Hatake. And people are like, what? And so then Lord Third walks in and says, you guys are probably confused. But we see this group as the next legendary Sonic. And so they'll be treated as such. They'll be getting training hardcore, and they will become exceptional ninja. And so then they head off. And so then at the field, it's the belt test. But they say meet up tomorrow, and Naruto says want to go get some ramen, and they all nod and they get some. And so then Tsunade also lives at the Uzamaki compound with Mia, and because there's tons of rooms, and so Tsunade makes them waffles, and Naruto says, "What about what Kakashi says?" She says, "Ignore that. He's trying to make you guys go down." And so they eat, and they also get Sasuke a bar of energy, like an energy protein bar. And so Sasuke eats it, and now it's the bell test. Naruto, Mia, and Sasuke are ready, and so Mia knows how to do the same thing that her mom can do with her punches. And so now, and Sasuke with his Sharingan, Naruto is like the center of the group, and they say, we have to work together. Naruto, you sense where people are, and Mia, you protect us if anybody's around. And Sasuke says that he will be the eyes of the group, basically. And so then they head out, and Sasuke was saying that in like a demanding tone and saying, let's go Senju Uzamaki. And so they head out. And so when Naruto says Tsunade's coming close, and then he says, jump. And then Tsunade just came with a big blow that just knocked the ground out. And then Naruto says, guys, collaboration. And then they all says, Futon, great fireball jutsu, shooting it at Tsunade. And Tsunade just has the substitution away, because it was a collaboration of all theirs and Mia and Sasuke and Naruto with fireball jutsu. And so then Naruto says, guys, Kakashi behind us. And then there was Kakashi that was about to do a jutsu, but then Naruto shin swings behind Kakashi, kicking him, and then Sasuke is about to do a jutsu, but then he substitutes away. And Tsunade and Kakashi think they're good. They're just not some ordinary genin. They're exceptional. And so then Naruto says, Mia, they're over there. And so then she says, wood style. Wood cage jutsu. And it's sucking their chakra, but then Tsunade just punches the cage. And the cage is chakra coated, but it's Tsunade. Like, come on. And so now Naruto is ready to fight more, but then they say, you guys pass, you pass, and you pass. And then they said, we will be taking mostly C rank missions and D rank missions. And they're like, why C rank? Aren't we getting? And they says, this is a special. We're special getting. And she says, we'll be taking all of our missions in the afternoon and we'll be training hard in the morning. And she says, we will be doing this, and so get ready. And so then they nod and head out. And that the day when they get back home, Tsunade says, Naruto, you know about the layer, right? And Naruto nods, and she says, well, we'll be training in the morning, and we will bring the gravity seal scroll. And Naruto says, gravity seal scroll. She says, it makes the gravity go up for you, but it's the same for other people. And so it'll be hardcore training for you. And she says, you'll be putting on 10. So it'll be 10 times gravity for you. And Naruto nods, and she says, okay. So now, the next day, Naruto learns how to put on gravity seals, and is now training with Tsunade and Mai. And so Tsunade gives Mai a scroll about medical ninjutsu, and so she gets the mystic palm, but makes it better. So she's adding the wind chakra nature to speed it up, like you could say. So with the wind chakra nature in the hand, it rushes the healing to the person, healing it well. And so she is also training her brute strength with Tsunade, slowly adding more chakra to it, but keeping a steady chakra stability. And she's practicing this with Tsunade while fighting Naruto, who is literally just falling to the ground. And saying, why do I have to face people who can literally just break the ground at 10 times gravity? So he's literally basically crawling on the ground. And so when Tsunade's about to punch him, Naruto dodges and delivers a quick kick to the stomach. And then Naruto's saying, okay, I'm getting adjusted to it. And so Naruto can barely stand, but is saying, and Tsunade's like, how? He's at 10 times gravity. And so Naruto smiles, and then Naruto's running, but he is as fast as his canon counterpart, but 2 times worse. And so he's running, and then when they're about to punch him, Naruto jumps up, and then he says, Phoenix Fireball Jutsu. And then Tsunade and Mai says, Water Dragon Jutsu. I believe Tsunade would know this from teaching Mai, knowing that she needs to learn more jutsu. And so then Naruto saying, oh man, it's hard. And so they do that for a month's time and does a lot of missions. And so then it's now the Zabuza mission. And so far they've done 40 D rank, 20 C rank. And so now it's the Zabuza mission. And so they go, and Naruto is ready. And so they head out. And for the training, Sasuke got Chidori and got Tutomo Sharingan and increased his vision, and he's learning how to sense people, but he can never do it as good as Naruto because Naruto is on another level. He can sense people from far away. He can even sense Gaara from the Sand Village. And so he can also sense everybody in the village if he wanted to. And so now they head out. And so then when the Demon Brothers appear and pop out, Mai says, what's the wood biting jutsu? And Naruto says, chakra change jutsu. And so stabilizing them on point, they're not moving, and their chakra is getting depleted from Naruto and Mai. And so now they're out of chakra, and then Sasuke says, who told you to attack us? And they tell him, but then because Sasuke put them in a genjutsu, and then Sasuke Chidori's them in the heart. And so then they still continue because they're the legendary team. They're not gonna back down. And so now Naruto, and Sasuke meets Zabuza Momochi. And Zabuza, when he sees this team, is like, oh, heck's not Haku, get over here. And Haku comes, and so in this one, Zabuza has a daughter that also has ice style, and he found Haku. And so now Kakashi fight. No, Kakashi and Tsunade fight. I'm gonna say Kakashi and Tsunade fight Zabuza, which he's getting bodied badly. And so then after Tsunade and Kakashi fight one of the ice users, and Naruto and Sasuke fight the other ice user. And so Mai's protecting the bridge builder. And so Tsunade and Kakashi just bodies Zabuza because, okay, listen. Tsunade is a Kage level opponent. People think that Zabuza's low Kage. She's like mid-high to high Kage. And so I think she could beat Zabuza. Even though Zabuza has the Executioner Blade, it's not going to do well when he's facing Tsunade, who could just kill him with one punch. And so his hidden miss jutsu is basically futile. Because if she even gets a finger on him, he's dead in a matter of minutes. And so now they had Naruto and Sasuke are currently winning, but then Haku places him in the ice mirrors. And when that happens, Naruto and Sasuke gets a 3-to-1 Sharingan, and Naruto awakened this hidden clan ability. This hidden clan Kekkei. So in the Uzamaki clan, there's two kinds of Kekkei. The chakra chains is the, you could say, low of the crop. The Kage of the hidden, the Uzakagure, the Kage had this Kekkei Genkai that is unique, you could say. And so I will say it is, please get a drum roll. This is Kekkei Genkai, but it'd be dope, bro. It's not a dojutsu. I'm gonna just tell you that flat out. It's not chakra chains either. It's a certain, it's hard to explain. So you can do all what Sharingan users can do with the 3-to-1, but you don't have it. You don't have a dojutsu. Your eyes just start glowing when you use it. And it's so powerful because people don't know what you're doing. They're not aware of that you have a dojutsu. They don't know what's happening. And also it grants you the ability to add genjutsu to your fighting style. So you could trick people and say that you're gonna punch right, but you're really punching left. And so it just tricks people. And so when Naruto awakens this, he puts Haku in the genjutsu, and then it's Haku just falls to the ground. And so then Naruto and Sasuke start plummeting him. And so then Sasuke's like, what is that? And so then Naruto tells Tsunade about that when they all just get beat up. And she says, that's not even my grandma had that. And Naruto says, what is it? And she says, it's kind of like a dojutsu, but not really. It doesn't have any patterns or any forms, so nobody would know. And so then she informs like she sends out a letter, and so then Lord Third sees, and he's like, how? Kushina didn't even have it. At least I don't think she did. And so now, they do more training. They all do water walking, and Kakashi's training Sasuke more with his 3 Tomoe, and also they captured and killed them all. Nobody was there to save them, and so they got killed, and so they're training. And this time, Inari doesn't say anything. He sees us like who would? Come on. And so they just train. And so Naruto trains more with his gravity seals, getting his taijutsu better, better, and he also starts using the genjutsu thing, and he's getting used to it more, and he thinks this is cool. And so now Naruto is being very proficient in things, you could say. And so now it's time for the Gato's men to attack, and Naruto sleeps in, and he defeats them. And so then when the 200 people are there, Naruto says, "Granny, can I try a new jutsu?" And she says, "Yes, Naruto." And she says, "You can't call me Granny when I'm your girlfriend's mom." And he nods, and so Naruto has been developing this jutsu, you could say. It's a earth style with a fire style with water. And so he calls it the spinning whirlpool of death. So he says fire style, earth style, water style, raging tornado fist. Yeah, raging tornado fist. And so it kills all of them. And then Gato is just there and sees people with 10th degree burns. And then Naruto looks at them. And so then Tsunade just grabs Gato, throws him, chucks him into the middle, and then people just start beating him. Oh my gosh. He got burns on his leg, got burns on his chest, man. And so they named the village the Great Naruto Bridge. And so they get back, and and Tsunade tells Lord Third about this, and Lord Third calls it A rank mission, which makes their status go up even bigger. And so Lord Third tells Tsunade the upcoming tuning exams, and he says he wants you to become Hokage after the tuning exams, because he knows that Naruto, Sasuke, and Mia are strong enough. And he says if they do really good, we're gonna promote them to Chunin and maybe Jonin. And she says, "Okay, Hiruzen." And so now it's the tuning exams. And so she makes Naruto, when Naruto finally gets used to it, Tsunade says, no, time to go to 20. That's too many. And she says, nope. And so he just starts it over again for 2 to 3 weeks. He gets used to it, but he's not at his full capacity speed. But he is pretty fast. And with without weights, like without his gravity shields on, Naruto is I'ma say fourth gate might guy. Fourth gate might guy. Speed. And AP, which means strong. Like strong. And so now Naruto's not hanging around with Konohamaru. He trains more. And Naruto and Mia's bond got stronger. And so now it's the start of the tuning exams. And Rock Lee, Sasuke just says no, I want to conserve my energy. And people already, like people from other villages here see them and they think that's the legendary, they call it the legendary Kekkei Genkai trio. And they say it's Uchiha Sasuke, Miya Senju, which is the great granddaughter of Hashirama Senju. And then they say then that's Naruto Uzamaki, the son of the fourth Hokage, and the hot-blooded Kunoichi of the Leaf. And they say, why do we have to be in the academy with them? And also Naruto has been meditating and he's friends with Kurama and he can go to the two tails. But he never really has to use it because he is never really put in a situation to where he had to. And he was working on his newly found Kekkei Genkai more also, which he's getting kind of good at. And so he learns that he can copy ninjutsu, and so he's getting more jutsu from copying Kakashi. And Kakashi is just teaching Naruto ten jutsu, and Naruto's copying them. And so Naruto is getting a lot of jutsu. And now it's the first part of the Chunin exams. Naruto and then pass it easily, like original, basically. And so now it's the second part. So Naruto and then when they get ambushed by a team, they just take them out easily. They just attack them with their jutsu and then take them out and then take their skulls, but then they get stopped by Lord Orochimaru. And like you're like, why would they get stopped by Orochimaru? Does he know who they are? And I could argue with that. Orochimaru doesn't care. He wants the Uchiha body. And so when he attacks Naruto when he's peeing, Naruto's more not embarrassed, so he just pees in a bush close to them, and they just turn the other way. Because he dates one of them, and he just tells Sasuke to look away. And so now when Orochimaru attacks, they all jump away, and Naruto says that's Orochimaru, and then they all say in unison, Phoenix Fireball Jutsu. And so there's 9 small fireballs, but then they combine into 3, I'ma say. Yeah, 3 big fireballs. And Orochimaru gets hit, but then sheds his skin. And so then they're just attacking Orochimaru. And so there's obviously tons of people. And so Naruto flares his chakra. Like, flares it a lot. And all the local Anbu people get alerted by this because, and then Mia does the same and Sasuke, and so Anbu are on the way because they just heard about Orochimaru, and Tsunade is on the way to find her baby, and she says Orochimaru will not take my baby, because Orochimaru wants to get a curse mark on the Senju and Uchiha and the Uzumaki, but he says it might be complicated due to the stupid QB. And so, Lord Orochimaru tried to get a curse mark on Sasuke, but then a chakra chain just appears out of nowhere, and then he gets trapped in Mokuton, draining his chakra. And Orochimaru says, "You stupid Senju," and then tries to kick her, but then he does actually. But then Naruto gets mad. He said, "How dare you!" And so then, with the rage of the Nine Tails, he goes into Two Tails, and then he pushes his limits to 3 tails. And so then he's running full speed with QB. Not like he doesn't care. He's punching Orochimaru, punching him across, making land just get destroyed, trees knocking down, and people in the thing are like, "What's happening? Why is there just?" And so then Naruto about to shoot a Biju bomb, swallows the Biju bomb and makes it a laser, zooming at Orochimaru. And so then Orochimaru says, "I have to get out of here before I die." And so then he tries to get a curse mark on Sasuke, but then does what's that wood wall jutsu? What's that wood dumb jutsu? Locking him in Sasuke in, and Sasuke says, "Why does he want me so bad?" And Mia says, "Because of your Sharingan." And Sasuke nods. And so then Naruto's just destroying Orochimaru, and then Tsunade is there. And Anbu, and they see this, and they're like, "Oh no, Orochimaru's messed up." And so then Tsunade says, "Mai, get out here. We have Orochimaru, but because Orochimaru is battered, but then Orochimaru escapes and Naruto's chasing, but then Tsunade stops him, punching him away, and then Naruto, just enraged, is attacking Tsunade now. She says, "Mai, get over here. Do the thing I taught you that my grandfather did." And she does, and so she does it, and so she does the thing that Yamato did, and so then Naruto just comes back, and so then he passes out in Mia's hands, and she says, "It's alright, Naruto, we're good." And so the forest of death where they are is there just this big hole with no trees, and so they pass that part, and people are like, "What was that big bang that we heard?" Because they're going to hear a Biju bomb. They're going to hear it. And so now they do the preliminaries. When Naruto faces Kiba, it's bad. Bad. When Kiba does that thing over thing, Naruto says, chakra chains, chakra lock jutsu, and so then he locks him, and then keeps running, breaks through the chains, but then Naruto gleams his blue eyes, and so then Kiba is in a genjutsu, and Naruto says, in the thing, "In here I control everything because this is B rank," and then he's starts showing Kiba of his family dying, his mom, his father, everybody dying, and he says, "No, stop it, the pain. And then Kiba cries out, saying, "Stop!" And so then Naruto stops him, and then Kiba just falls on the ground, coughing up blood. And so then he says, "You bastard." And Naruto says, "Looks like you had a tough dream, huh?" And so then Kiba runs at Naruto, but then Naruto runs to him with his full speed that he can with gravity seals on, and then punches Kiba to the wall. And so then Kiba knocks out, and then then Naruto looks at Akamaru with a grin and says, "Want to dance?" And Akamaru just whimpers and goes to Kiba, and the process knockout by Naruto Uzamaki, and so they pass, and so Mia cheers on Naruto, saying, "Good job, Naruto," and then hugs him and gives him a kiss on the lips. And so then Mia faces Sakura, but it's a three-way thing. So Sakura, Ino, and Mai, and Sakura and Ino says, let's get Mai, and Mai smiles and says, "What's the wood binding jutsu?" And when Ino tries the mind thing, literally Mai just dodges, and she's just looking at dust right now. She's she's controlling dust, and so then Mai just knocks out both of them, and they say, "Mai Senju is the winner of the match," and Naruto cheers her on, and just hugs her and kisses her, and so everything plays out the same, besides Sasuke and Yoroi and stuff. And so now, for the month training, Naruto trains with, drum roll please, Jiraiya. So Jiraiya is back, and Mai trains with Tsunade, and she fully develops her Bakugo seal, and it's fully matured. And she is also doing the gravity seals thing that Naruto did, and she's currently training with 15 of them, and Naruto is currently training with 30 of them. And so that's what happens. And so now Naruto is training with Jiraiya, and he already got the toads in the first 2 days, and some in Gambabunta, and he is now Jiraiya is taught him the Rasengan, and they're currently learning the Flying Rajin, and they get it by the end of the month, just barely with the time. And so Naruto says, "Bye, Jiraiya Sensei," and Jiraiya says, "Good luck. I'll be watching, and tell Maya I said hi." And Naruto says, "Okay." And so Jiraiya is actually in the leaf, and it's not just like during the Konoha attack, like he's in there with Tsunade and Lord Third, and they're standing by Orochimaru, and Naruto also got the fox summoning too, with Jiraiya, and he says, "Thank you, Jiraiya." And so now it's the first part of the tuning exams, but that will be in the next part because I'm a savage. Guys, okay, bye guys.